Tommy was a typical kid who loved playing video games and hanging out with his friends. Los Angeles had always been his home, a vibrant city full of lights and excitement. But one night, everything changed. As Tommy was drifting off to sleep, he was awakened by a strange crackling sound. At first, he thought it was just the wind, but the noise grew louder and louder. He looked out his window and saw an orange glow illuminating the night sky. Smoke billowed up from the horizon, casting an eerie shadow over the city. Fear gripped Tommy as he realized that a fire was raging. He shook his parents awake, and they quickly gathered what few belongings they could carry. As they fled their home, the wind whipped around them, carrying the smell of burning wood and plastic. The streets were chaos. Cars honked their horns as people rushed to escape the flames. The sky was filled with sparks and embers as buildings were engulfed in fire. Tommy held his parents' hands tightly as they ran towards the evacuation center. When they finally arrived, they were met with a scene of utter devastation. Thousands of people had lost their homes and were now seeking shelter. Tommy and his family were given a small tent to sleep in. The days that followed were filled with uncertainty and fear. They had lost everything they owned, and they didn't know when or if they would ever be able to return home. Despite the chaos, there were moments of kindness, like when a stranger gave Tommy a warm blanket. He saw people helping each other, sharing food and water. Tommy realized that even in the darkest times, there was still hope. He learned that while buildings and possessions could be lost, the spirit of community could not. It was a night that Tommy would never forget, a night that showed him the fragility of life and the strength of the human heart. The fire eventually subsided, but the memory of that night burned bright in Tommy's mind. He knew then that he would never take the simple things in life for granted. He would always remember the night the city burned, and how it taught him the importance of resilience and unity.